Hey, it's the night that everybody's been waiting for. Two titans gathering together in the ring, ready to fight it out and see who will be left standing, who will be the winner and who will be the loser. It's going to be a war. Only one can win, though. And everybody knows what I'm talking about, of course. I'm talking about out in Milwaukee, the New York Knicks playing the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are 1-2 and looking to win on their home floor, but the Knicks are 2-1 and looking to establish dominance on the road. No, I'm talking about the election. Everybody knows that. Actually, even though I care more about the basketball game than the... Did they? The Knicks beat the Bucks the last 4-4. My sports reporter, Bronwyn, checking in, letting me know that. I'll see you later. Thank you. And but actually, tonight, as you all know, it is election night. That was the move on WFMU. A very appropriate song for tonight, Vote For Me, which was an unreleased song, finally became available in the 30th anniversary anthology by The Move, a 3-CD set called Movements, a Roy Wood song. Now tonight is a pretty full plate tonight. We've got let me just check my notes here. Mr. Bradley Summerstant, who's running for Water Commissioner of Newbridge in New Jersey, is going to be calling up in the next hour. But exciting stuff is that we have Alan Lieberman, who is the son of Senator Joseph Lieberman, calling in. And he is going to, I guess, give us his opinion of the campaign and let us know what it's like to be the son of a vice presidential candidate. So we can look forward to that. I guess everybody should have voted by now. In New Jersey, it's over. The polls closed at 8 o'clock? And in New York, I think they closed at 9. So who knows what the... you can't keep track of where we're at now. I guess it's looks pretty tight in a lot of states. Like Florida, I think, is a dead heat. We will find out more about it. But more importantly, I do need the score of that Knicks-Bucks game, which is, that's where my interests lie. So we can look forward to two exciting battles tonight between Gore and Bush and the Knicks and the Bucks. Who has home court in the presidential election? I don't know. And does home court mean as much for you in the presidential election as it does in the NBA? Because in the NBA, 75% of the home teams win. And that's nothing to take too lightly. So I just also want to thank everybody who came out to the record fair this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was fantastic. The station had a good time, made a lot of money. Everybody got good records. So thank you very much. Hold on, let's do this. FMU, you're on the air.
If you were to take away the L.A. Clippers, what would be the home court advantage winning percentage?
Probably around
85?
Well, if the L.A. Clippers were worked out of the mix, I don't know.
Okay.
I think it would go down, wouldn't it?
Why? Because they win 90% of their home games?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I can't think of math. You're too smart for me. Oh no! Don't do that silent thing. I think you're going to kill me when I get that silent. Oh no! Now I think that person will murder me. FMU, you're on the air.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you tonight?
Hey, it's great. My dad's going to be president of the United States.
Hey, who is this? Alan?
Yeah.
Hey, Alan, how you doing?
Good. How you doing? Who's this?
This is Tom.
Hey, Tom. How you doing? How's NPR?
NPR? I wouldn't know. This actually isn't an NPR station. It's it's an independent station, kind of similar to NPR, but it's not part of a whole.
Oh, yeah. They told me it was NPR. That's all right. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So this is Alan Lieberman calling in.
That's right. My dad's gonna win presidency.
He's going to do it, you think?
Yeah, it's looking like that. I haven't heard since this afternoon, but looking good, right?
Yeah, it's pretty tight. I think. How did they do in did they get Florida?
Florida?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was supposed to. I haven't heard the election stuff yet. I haven't heard it yet, but I think it's good. It's looking good, I think.
I think so. So
people are telling me it's looking good.
I think it's looking good for you guys. So where are you? Is everybody where? In Tennessee now?
No, I was I was supposed to go. I live in Florida 6 months out of the year. I was actually I'm usually in Bridgeport 6 months out of the year.
Uh-huh.
And I usually live in Florida for the other 6 months of the year. And I go to Jamaica, but that's a different story. But I was supposed to go to Tennessee, but a friend of mine was having a party in New York City. I got invited to a party in New York City, and I'm there now. It's it's a campaign party.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. They got some strippers, some scores.
At the party you're at now.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, give me yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into another room.
Okay.
It's a little bit crazy right
Yeah, it's a little loud.
Hold on, let me try and see if I can get into a... so how you doing?
I'm doing
good,
great.
Right?
This is exciting. So, why don't we kind of didn't hear a whole lot from you this during the campaign.
No, I know. I've been trying to... That's the thing. That's why now that we won, I think it's good, because I've been trying to campaign, but I'm not a politician.
Yeah.
I'm a tennis pro.
Uh-huh.
And I live 6 months out of the year in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and 6 months out of the year in West Palm Beach. I teach tennis down there at the Highlands Country Club.
Mm-hmm.
I teach mostly intermediates, but and then I go 2 weeks out of the year to Jamaica in the Grill Beach. They put me up there. They give me free drinks, the whole thing, just to teach tennis. The whole free 2 week vacation for me. All I got to do is I teach 4 hours tennis a day.
Mm-hmm.
And, because it gets too hot in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So you teach for a couple hours in the morning, and then, at, 4:30, 5 o'clock, you put in another couple classes.
Okay, so you call it a day.
Well, the thing is, it's too hot, and most of the people down there for vacation, the thing is, and, I want to teach people seriously tennis, but I don't do that. I used to be ranked. I used to be a ranked tennis player when I was in the juniors. When I was 14 years old, I beat Andre Agassi.
Really?
Yeah, he was 11 years old, but he was still in the juniors.
How old were you?
I was 14. I was 14, but it was the same competition. It was it was USTA competition, and I can't play tennis anymore because I take lithium, and it gets me dry mouth. And they also had a problem with I would psych out the other opponents. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Do a lot of mental psyching out stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I used to wear a tie out there, on the court. Just make them nervous and stuff like that. I beat Agassi 3 sets love. Okay,
so how old are you now, Alan?
I'm going to be 38 in 2 months.
Okay.
And but I'm a young 38. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, single guy, still have most of my hair. Because my dad's family's got a lot of hair in my family.
Okay, yeah.
And so it's all ahead of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what? What's the campaign experience been like for you to be the son of the potential vice president?
Dude, it's been great. It's been really great. I haven't campaigned as much as I want to. 'Cause I want to get out there. I want my dad to win. You know what I mean? Because I want to go to the White House. And but they don't. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people to campaign, and they don't. They a lot of times they say they don't need me. I think I can deliver, a certain, the 38-year-old's vote. You know what I mean? Because I know what, 38-year-old people want. 37-year-olds, 36-year-olds, people, I could, pull in the tennis vote a lot. And but I met the Gores. I met Al Gore. We got the same first name.
Yeah.
He's actually Albert.
Yeah.
And I'm Alan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically the same thing.
It's still
I go by Al, he goes by Al.
Yeah.
And
so what was he like?
He was a good guy. He's a good guy. You know what I mean? He's like he gets a bum rap. But he's a good guy. He's a cool guy. He used to party a lot. I think back in the days. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And Tip was cool. And I met his daughters. They're really hot. They're really hot daughters. Corinna,
Yeah.
I met Corinna. She's sort of a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, she's sort of like, I think she she went to Harvard or something like that. She's got a real attitude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like I was trying to tell her, it's like, like to me, it's like, now we're like going to be family. You know what I mean? We're all going to be at the White House. It's going to be like a family thing. And I just, she was very uppity, and I was like, let's go see a movie or something. Let's go check out a movie together or something. I know she's married. I'm not saying it in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's hot, but I'm being respectful. I said I would babysit for their kid. They get a 2-year-old kid, a 1-year-old kid. I told her I'd give her a free tennis license. I said I'd give her 5 free tennis licenses. It's $250 value.
Yeah.
And she was like, she wasn't interested in that. It's like, generally I won't even teach novices. She's a novice tennis player. I only teach intermediates. I got to have her playing great tennis in 5 lessons. I was going to give it to her for free. It's $250 value. She didn't,
Yeah, so you kind of...
care.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I guess you kind of would be like a family in terms of you'd all
That's
be...
what I'm saying. It's like we're all like, it's like a big family. It's like, they're the first family, but we're like the, whatever, the second family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I know that you saw Corinna Gore Schiff, I think her name is.
Yeah, she's married like I don't know, a guy's a doctor or something.
But she did a lot of stumping. She was up at the convention and did things.
That's exactly my point. That's what I said to my dad. I was like, Dad, look, Corinna, she's up there. I'll tell you something. She's the one who's pulling all the strings with him, with Al Gore.
Okay.
Yeah, he listens to her all the time. My dad doesn't really listen to me that much. He listens to me a little bit, but not that much. I told him, I said, look, you got to go out there. Like, first of all, I was the one who taught my dad's a decent tennis player. I taught him a 2-handed backhand, okay?
Okay.
Before he always used to do like a 1-handed backhand. I taught him a 2-handed backhand. He's a great tennis player. He's really good at doubles. Much better at doubles than at singles. And, but they won't, they won't let me, I want to, get out there and campaign more, but I try to, have them set up a couple of things.
Yeah.
And that's why, it was good. That's good for me to make this, talk to the people on the radio station.
So is this one of the first things you're actually doing?
Well, I talked to, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, they have a KISS 108. I talked to the DJ there, Matty Siegel, in the morning a couple of months ago, and I thought it went really well. Because I think he's going to take Connecticut tonight.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I, was totally responsible for that, but I think I was part of it. But then, there's people in the campaign, there's a lot of, jealousy, you know what I mean? It's
sure.
Because, I can call my dad whenever I want, but there's people in the campaign, they can't call my dad. And, and also part of it's Hadassah, and she's, Hadassah's not my real mom.
Yeah.
And she,
okay.
She's not my real mom, and she's sort of a bitch too. Hadassah is. And she's not my real mom. She tried to get me sent to military school. Tried to get me sent to military school when I was 23 years old.
Yeah, that's a little old for.
I know. That's what I said. It's ridiculous. Like she was trying to get me to go to some school or something. And I was like, I've been to college. I've been to, I went to.
Where did you go to school?
I went to Babson College. And Franklin Pierce. I went to 5 different colleges. And I haven't. I still a couple. Like 15 credits too shy or something like that. I get my BA. But,
Well, what were you in school for, Alan?
Was I to get a college degree?
Yeah, but what was your major? Well, what would?
It switched around a lot. I was going to take. I was going to do tennis mostly.
Okay.
I wanted to teach, get like a physical education degree, teach tennis, you know what I mean? And they didn't have that at like 2 or 3 of the colleges I went to. That's why I had to transfer.
Okay. So
Yeah.
now what would you put that toward ultimately? What would be your ultimate career goal?
I teach tennis. I'm going to start my own tennis school. Now, I don't know. If we go to the White House, I think I'm going to do I can be head of physical education to do teach tennis. Teach tennis for be the head tennis instructor of the entire country.
So you would go to D.C. with your family?
Yeah, I think so. Like, why not, right? I mean, you could stay at the the first president White House, or whatever the White House is for the vice president. You stay there. I heard they got unbelievable facilities there, and that's the thing. We're trying to work that out right now. Talking to my dad about it, I just didn't want to jinx it. You know what I mean? He didn't want to talk about it. He didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
And
now you said you're 37 right now?
Yeah, 37.
Now that's kind of, I guess, if you think about it, you'd be living in the house with your family, and isn't that kind of no offense, old to be?
What do you mean?
To be going with your family. I mean, you're already
I'm not going to live with my parents in their house in Connecticut. I'm going to the White House. Different thing,
Okay.
Different thing. They have he's going to need advisors around there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's tough because I'm having trouble. I can't teach tennis anymore, down to West Palm Beach as much anymore because I have an inner ear disequilibrium.
Okay, what is that?
I had my head crushed, and so I can't I can't teach tennis much. I get dizzy. I'm trying to sue, but the lawyers.
How did you get
I went to a strip club in Florida City. I went down to Florida City, right on the tip of the Keys. Keys are beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been down there, but it's gorgeous down there. And they got great, it's high-fi tennis courts. You get an Isle Morada, you get a hop and skip. Anyways, so at the Florida City, I was at the strip club, and they had some stripper, who wrestles.
Okay.
And I don't, I'm not the type of guy who goes up and wrestles strippers. I did it as a lark. It's like a joke for me. You know what I mean?
Like you could, it was a challenge or something?
Well, no, it's just, I'm not the type of guy who wrestles strippers. That's ridiculous. But she's that's what she does. That's her thing. You know what I mean? Different strippers have different things that they do as specialties. She wrestles guys, and I was down there, and it's I was getting challenged. So I went up there. You wouldn't believe this girl's got legs. You wouldn't believe it, like a nutcracker. You know what I mean? And she put my head in her legs and crushed my eardrum, I think.
God.
And so I have an inner ear disequilibrium. I can't play tennis. I can't teach tennis. I have to sit there. When I teach in my classes now, I got to sit on the side of the court and just tell them I can't get up there and hit the balls to them. Which seriously impedes your ability to be a tennis instructor.
Yeah. So what does it do? I mean, does it throws all your equilibrium off?
I get dizzy. I get dizzy unless I drink. I have to drink to get to even out the dizziness, and you can't. They don't want you drinking when you. I'll drink a little bit before I go out there, but if they smell it on your breath, forget about it.
They're not going to want.
No, this place in West Palm Beach, I can get away with that at Bridgeport because I teach at the Y there. But I mean, if I do that at West Palm Beach, the Highlands Country Club, it's one of the most prestigious country clubs in the country. I'm the number 2 tennis instructor there. I don't even deal with novices, and so you can't do that type of thing.
Now
but I'm trying to sue, and I can't get. I've talked to 4 different lawyers, and they tell me that she doesn't have any money. The girl, she's got a website. She's got a website on the computer, on the internet, and and she's got her own website. And the lawyers tell me she doesn't have any money. You don't, I don't know if you know anything about the internet, but you don't have a website up there unless you have a lot of money. I mean, you got all these guys making $1 million off the internet. I know she's got money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's I need that money, so that's part of the reason. Why I need to. I go up to if I stay, maybe if I stay up at the White House for a while, my thing will clear up.
Well, it wouldn't be the White House. It would be the. I'm not even sure what house the vice president.
Yeah, it's they have a White House for the vice president too.
Okay, so it's like a White House. It's like Air Force 2.
Like what? No, it's got nothing to do with the Air Force.
No, I know that. I mean, it's
all just. It's like they have the president lives in the White House.
Yeah, I know that.
Clinton lives in the White House.
Yeah,
Mrs. Clinton lives there when she's not. I know she moved to New York. And the vice president has his own house too.
Yeah, well, I'm aware of that. I was just making the comparison between.
There's been other vice presidents who have family too.
Yeah, but I was just saying.
I don't know which ones, but I know there's been some.
Yeah, I was saying because the president lives in the White House and the president uses Air Force One. The vice president has Air Force Two, so he must have the equivalent.
Oh, like the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. So, but getting
Yeah,
back.
I've been on the. We got to go or leave him in 747.
So you were
747. I've been on it. I've driven on it. I took a ride on it.
What was that like?
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen an airplane like this. It's not it's not like a regular 747.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the plane. They got they got 10 seats across. They don't have that. They took all those seats out, and it's like being in a house.
So
it's like being in a house. You wouldn't even know if you didn't look out the window. You wouldn't know you were in a house.
So it's like a luxury.
Oh my God! They have 2 complete wet bars, 1 dry bar. They got guys working them 24/7.
Wow.
I mean, I've only been on 1 trip, but because I got into a big fight with a guy on there. So.
Mm-hmm. Now getting back to the, you had made the point that
you get much drunker too. When you're on a flight like that.
I guess because of the.
I mean, I drink a lot of vodka, but you think you can drink as much as you can on the ground when you're up in the air, but you can't.
Oh. Now flying, was that any problem for your ear situation?
What's that?
Was that any problem with your eardrum, your crushed eardrum, going up in a plane?
No, that's why I had a drink.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. Is that when you drink, it balances out.
Okay.
It balances out a little bit. I mean, it would hurt. It definitely did hurt. I mean, no, I don't want to say it didn't hurt, but it definitely did hurt. I mean, that's the thing is I can't. I'm trying to sue, and that's the thing is that I can't get a lawyer to do my thing.
Now,
my dad's all upset about it.
Now, if you moved to D.C. with your family, what would you do in Washington D.C.? What would you still teach tennis?
I'd teach tennis. Try to teach tennis, and that whole the president has a whole commission on physical education.
Yeah.
And that's the vice. I think I don't know who gets to choose that guy, but I figure I've been trying to get. I don't know how many people I've got to vote for my dad, but Florida's a big state.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big state in this election. I don't know if you've been following it all.
Yeah,
Florida is like one of the most important states.
It's a key state.
And I've told a lot of people down there. It's like, that's the way it works in politics. That's the thing. I never knew. I never worked with my dad's, in Connecticut because he was always going to win. You know what I mean? And it's like he almost didn't even want me around because he didn't want the distraction of having to care for his family, while he's running.
Yeah.
Because it's an important thing. You know what I mean? I mean, you got the whole, the whole state is relying on you. You know what I mean? To be a senator. Yeah. And so, I didn't really do any campaigning there. But if it works, I guess the point is, I think I should be able to get appointed to the head the physical education thing.
So you actually would like to get to be the head of the council for.
Yeah, that or I would. I'll tell you what I'd love to do. I mean, I haven't talked to my dad about this, and this is this is sort of like a pipe dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'd love to. I'd like to be not necessarily the first ambassador to Jamaica. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the number 2 guy or number 3 guy, so I could stay in the embassy. You know what I mean? I could teach tennis. I got a lot of friends down there. I had a common law marriage with a girl down there that I met when I was teaching down there. Girl who I helped her out. She had to do she was sort of had to do a little prostitution. And I would give her money so that she wouldn't have to do that.
Oh, okay.
So she's like my girlfriend, sort of. And if I could go down there, that's sort of like a pipe dream. It's right now it's like I knock on wood. I got 2 weeks out of the year down there. It's great.
Now,
it's great. I don't know if you've ever been down there. It's awesome.
I was down there one time.
It's really good.
It's really nice.
And the thing is, I want to do a lot more campaigning than I want to do. Than they let me do.
Yeah.
The thing is, because I know stuff that I think I don't know. I think my dad's going to win, but I know stuff that I think could have made it. My dad could have won 3 months ago. You know what I mean? It's I know stuff because I'm a tennis pro. I talk to a lot of people.
Sure.
I talk to a lot of important people. Highlands Tennis Club is one of the top tennis clubs in the entire country. It's in West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of money down, a lot of important people. And I was talking to a guy, who knew a guy. You know who JFK Jr. is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He was Bobby Kennedy. He's John F. Kennedy Jr.'s son. John F. Kennedy's son.
Yes.
Okay. And he died in a plane crash, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a guy, right? Now listen, you just got to follow this. It's a little bit complicated, but
okay.
He got 800 hours of flying time experience, right?
JFK Jr.
Yeah.
had.
Okay. Now, do you know how to fly a plane?
I've never flown one. I mean, I
All right. Well, there's some basic principles about flying a plane that everybody basically understands. And you get this in the first, I've never taken a flying lesson, but I know people who have.
Sure.
In the first, 100 hours, you learn there's only 3 ways to fly a plane.
Okay.
You fly it up, or you fly it down, or you fly it straight. You fly it up when you take off.
Yeah.
You fly it down when you land. You fly it straight when you're going over stuff that you don't want to,
Go into,
right.
Sure.
Okay, so here's a guy, JFK Jr., supposedly flew his plane into the ocean, right?
Yeah.
800 hours of flying time, okay? All right, so I was giving tennis lessons to a guy, I can't say his name. I don't know that you'd recognize his name, but he's a very wealthy individual, okay?
Okay.
And he's from the New Jersey area.
Really?
Okay, yeah. And he knows people who work at that airport where JFK Jr. flew out of, right? Okay. Do you know who did the maintenance? Okay, his plane was sabotaged. All right? You know who did the maintenance on that plane? You know who's on? I have documentary proof of this. I don't have it in my possession, but this guy I know has it, or he would tell it to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know who the person was who did the maintenance on that plane?
No.
Take a guess.
I have no idea.
George W. Bush.
So you're
George
saying
W. Bush did the maintenance on that plane. The guy assassinated JFK Jr. Okay, now I want to go out and tell people this about the assassination of JFK Jr., who is a very important figure in American politics. Well, he wasn't in politics, but he's a very important American figure, right?
Yeah.
He was, a lot of people said he was like the Prince of America.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if George W. Bush assassinates this guy, okay, for whatever reason, because he doesn't like the Democrat Party or whatever it is, right? I say I should go out there and tell people this, right? They wouldn't let me. Nobody understands. I mean, they wouldn't let me. I wasn't given the opportunity to go out and say this. Now that to me is definition of insanity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you got something like that would definitely make my dad win. Why wouldn't you go out and tell people?
Hey,
if you knew that, right? That would be insane, right?
To say that
that you don't tell people that.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to tell everybody we have as a guest Alan Lieberman, who's the son of vice presidential candidate for the Democratic Party.
Hey, he's going to be the vice president of the entire country soon.
Well,
I think he's going to win. He's going to, and then maybe he'll. Who knows? If Gore dies, he'll be the president of the United States.
Yeah, he would in the chain of command. Yeah, he would.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's not something we should eat. That's the kind of thing you don't.
No, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying he's that puts me very close to the presidency. You know what I'm saying? If he wins.
Okay.
If he wins, I'm very close to being like a first son or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a sister, but I don't want to talk about her.
Well, let's get back to this allegation. Is kind of it's kind of shocking that you would actually say that George you're saying
I have
George
documentary proof of it.
You're saying that George W. Bush, though,
he did the maintenance. His name is on the docket of doing maintenance on the airplane that JFK Jr. flew from somewhere in New Jersey, some airport in New Jersey. He flew from New Jersey, somewhere in New Jersey, to Martha's Vineyard, okay, because he has a house down there or something. I don't know if you heard about this, but he was flying with his wife.
Yeah.
And his wife's sister or something like that.
Yeah.
And supposedly he flew into the ocean, okay, which anybody who's ever flown a plane knows you just don't do that. You completely do not do that.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
And I have a feeling, this is all, speculative on my part, but I think that maybe, the flaps, the flaps that tell you where they go up and down?
Yeah.
I think, George W. Bush cut him. I think he must have cut him while he was doing the maintenance. Because, look, he doesn't even work. Why is he doing the maintenance on that?
But I think
that doesn't even make any sense, Tom.
But now I understand it doesn't make sense. But how do you actually? How would George W. Bush have gotten access to do maintenance on an airplane that JFK Jr.? I mean, you have
George W. Bush, he could go in there. If George W. Bush walked into your radio station and said, I want to touch this dial, I want to touch that dial, you'd let him. He's the governor of Texas.
Yeah, but I mean,
of course he can go wherever he wants.
So you're.
And there's absolutely no reason for him to be doing maintenance. He doesn't even do that. I don't know if he knows anything about planes.
Yeah.
But even if he didn't, even if he did,
but
why is he doing? What's he doing in New Jersey? It's not even his state.
But you have what? You have there's a document that has his name on it?
I know a guy who told me about this. He has a friend who works at this airport, okay?
Uh-huh.
And apparently his cousin has documentary proof that George W. Bush's name is on a docket for doing maintenance on all the planes. They have different sized planes that take off from the airport there. And they do different different people do different work on different planes. So he worked on all those small planes that day.
Now how do you know that it's the same George? I mean, it's a name that somebody else could have, George W. Bush. I mean, I'm sure there's more than one George W. Bush in America. So, I mean, it's kind of, if you don't have, like, if you had videotape or something, but if you just have something with somebody's name on it, that's not much proof. That's a pretty harsh accusation to
make. How many George W. Bushes do you think there are in the country?
I mean, you would need just one.
He's
more than
one.
You
don't think he's trademarked that name?
Well,
you don't think he's if you went online, go on the internet, and you got WW George W. Bush, who do you think would sue you? He would sue you. I've talked to lawyers about the whole internet thing, and I know, you can't do that. I tried to do that to that stripper. You can't take people's names.
Well, I understand you can't, but I'm not saying that somebody today is trying to take his name. There could be a 40-year-old man who happens to be named George W. Bush.
Yeah.
Yes, and he could be a plane. He could work on planes. I mean, it's. Look, I
don't know about that. I mean, how many George W. Bushes do you think? I mean, look. I mean, are you a Republican or a Democrat?
I'm a Democrat.
All right. I mean, it sounds like you're a Republican.
No, I'm not. I'm the only thing.
You're an independent or something? Who'd you vote for? Did you vote for my dad?
I guess I voted for Nader today, but I want your dad to win.
All right. Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, I got the same thing. I had the same argument with people. My dad.
Mm-hmm.
People. I mean, George W. Bush has done that. I mean, I personally don't think you should get away with that.
Mm-hmm. So that was the kind of, you wanted to take that accusation, on the campaign trail?
Yeah, I wanted to go to, I can speak to, I know about colleges, I know about tennis, I can go and speak at, tennis organizations. The USTA, okay, Tom.
Yeah.
Maybe you think you know so much about this too, but the USTA has a lot of conferences, okay?
Okay.
I am a registered USTA tennis instructor, okay?
Yeah.
I teach at one of the top country clubs in the entire United States, America, okay? And there happens to be, in this country, all right, a First Amendment to the Declaration of Independence, which says that you can say what you want.
Absolutely.
And I could speak there at the USDA conference as, and promote my dad. And if I was to say, to tell people about George Bush, would you vote for George Bush if you knew that he assassinated JFK Jr.?
I definitely wouldn't vote for him if I knew.
Okay, well, there you go. It's like, that's what I'm saying. I've been, railroaded on this whole thing. And, thing is, they won't let me go out. There's guys around. There's a lot of people around. You don't know what it's like when you run for office. Like, because it's like I'm running for office too in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm waiting on the vote count too. As soon as I leave, this party, I'm going to go and find out who won the election.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they get a lot of people around you who keep you from talking if they don't want you to, if they don't agree. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of the Secret Service guys, I think a lot of them are Republicans. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you think?
I think a lot of them are Republicans, and they don't want me to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You know, I can't talk about this too much because they're there's a lot of them around.
Yeah. Now, what do you think? What's your life going to be like if, say, your father does not become vice president?
If he doesn't?
Yeah. I mean, do you have any?
It's gonna suck. I mean, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. I mean, you should be vice president. And first of all, it's like, you know, how do you lose to a guy who assassinated JFK Jr.? A, okay. And B, it's like, I got this inner disequilibrium, okay? I can't get any lawyer to take my case because everybody says that she doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
And I know she does, okay?
Okay.
And it's like, you know, so I can't, you know, I don't know how much longer I can go out there and try and teach tennis when I can't even stand up on the court, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if do you play tennis?
Not really, no.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like you do. And if you're out there, you have to have, you know, what I call, like, mobility.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And if you have an inner ear disequilibrium, you have almost like no one. You're like, I'm like 75% diminished under my mobility. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And here, I don't want to go into a whole numbers thing, but I can make as a tennis pro at the Highlands Tennis Court. If I'm including tips, okay, I'm only going to include 50% of the tips because I don't declare everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
It's you get cash. You don't declare anything. It's like working as like a waiter. And you know, I can make, you know, $75,000. I mean, I have $75,000 a year, okay, at Highlands. That's 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Plus the free 2 weeks in the Grill Beach, okay, in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, plus the Bridgeport Y, which I just do, you know, because I like kids. Okay.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to sue her. I got at least another 25 years as a tennis pro, okay, because I can play. I'm going to be able to play until at least I'm 65, okay? So I'm looking at losing 75%, $75,000 a year for 30 years. I haven't done the math on it, but, I mean, it's a lot of money. I don't know. It's like $50,000 a year for 30 years. I don't know. You can do the math. $1.5 million.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, and that's what I'm trying to sue her for. She got an internet site. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it's going to be exciting to see how things shape up tonight.
Geez. Dude, I'm at a party with a bunch of strippers from Scores.
Wow.
This girl's taking off her shirt right now. I'm like about 35 yards from me, or 35 feet from me right now. Oh my God.
Well, it sounds kind of like you're.
I gotta go because my dad's gonna win the campaign.
Okay. Well, you know.
But listen, Don.
Yeah.
If you ever, you know, if anybody in your audience wants to take tennis lessons.
Okay.
I'm going to have an internet site. One of the things when I sue, one of the things I'm going to make sure that happens is that I get her internet site.
So you're going to take her site
Margarita, www.margarita.com.
I'm
going to change it. I'm going to change it in. There's going to be, you know, like a stripper section, but that's going to be set off. So in the other part will be like tennis lessons.
Okay.
So, you know, if you want to get tennis lessons, you know.
Okay, so people can go to Margarita.
Well, I haven't set that up yet. But
so potentially they can go.
Yeah, maybe check it in 3 months.
Okay.
3 months. And if there's any attorneys out there, because attorneys work on commission.
Yes.
When you sue, they take part of what you win. And I'm suing for like $1.5 million.
So that's a nice paycheck for an attorney.
If there's an attorney out there who wants to take my case, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So they should call you, and then you call me. Call me at the White House, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, you actually are going to have a very exciting night tonight. If I'm
telling you, it's going to be awesome because there's a lot of girls who are interested in the guy who's going to be, you know, the next vice president.
The guy who has the VP's ear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good. It's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Well,
who let the dogs out, right?
That's right. Well, I guess we'll see who let the dogs out. Let's see who wins the election tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, man. Hey, it was good talking to you.
It was great talking to you.
What kind of music play? Do you play rock?
Yeah, pretty much.
I like the Allman Brothers.
So you like the older classic stuff?
I like all sorts of rock.
Well,
yeah.
We're probably going to, we play stuff that I guess is newer here.
That's cool. That's cool. I like rock. It's good. It's good. And did you ever meet that girl from Fresh Air?
No. This is not an NPR station. It's,
you don't ever meet her, huh?
No.
It's like, I guess there's a lot of different people in radio.
Yeah, there's a lot of different radio stations and people move in different circles.
I told you I know that guy Matty Siegel, right? He's Kids 108 in Bridgeport.
Yeah, that's
he's a good guy.
It's well, I'm glad we were able to get you on the air the way he had you on the air, and
yeah, he was good. You guys actually gave more time than he did. But he's a good guy. Mm-hmm. They do all sorts of contests and stuff like that on that show. You know what I mean? So they don't have as much time to talk to people.
Yeah, I guess it's like
they don't do as much politics.
Yeah, we can kind of spread out here and talk about things.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that's better.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Hey, you got any free CDs or anything like that?
No, see, we really it's kind of a self-supported station, so we really don't give stuff away, or it's not like a commercial.
That's cool. I think that's better.
I think so too. We wouldn't have been able to talk to you this long if you couldn't.
All right, then.
If we did that.
All right, I gotta go.
All right, thanks a lot.
All right.
Okay, great.
All right, go, Lieberman.
All right.
All right.
Great, thanks
Everybody
a lot.
Should go out and vote. If you haven't voted, go out and vote.
Okay, thanks a lot, Alan.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Good night. That was Alan Lieberman, who's the son of Joe Lieberman, checking in. It is you're listening to WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope, worldwide on the internet at WFMU.org. Oh, wow, that was something else. So why don't we get back to the music? Here's something from the Feelies on WFMU. All right, hey, you are listening to WFMU, and this is the best show on WFMU. My name is Tom Scharpling, and I'm here with you until 11. At that point, Small Change comes in and does his thing. It's an exciting election night show. We just had an exciting phone call from Alan Lieberman checking in, who is the potential vice president's son. If the Democrats manage to pull out a victory, that is who we will definitely get a taste of that guy, which that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Hey, we just heard music-wise. We heard David Bowie taken from a box set called Bowie at the Beeb, which is David Bowie's BBC recordings. We heard Hang On to Yourself. Before that, an exciting record from a band called French Kicks. The name of their new album, Young Lawyer. I believe it's an EP, actually. Young Lawyer is the name of the EP, and we heard the title track, Young Lawyer, from the album called Young Lawyer. And starting us off, the Feelies from the Crazy Rhythms album, the awesome record, Forces at Work. Classic stuff. Now, as I mentioned, we do have a full play. We're expecting a call from Bradley Summerstant, who is a candidate for water commissioner of Newbridge County in New Jersey. So here is hold on. Let's see. We'll keep the program moving. Let's see if this is him. FMU, you're on the air.
Hi, is this Tom?
Yes, it is.
Tom, my name is Brad Summerstant.
Hey, how you
I'm running
doing?
for water commissioner of Newbridge County, New Jersey.
How you doing, Brad? Thanks for calling in. I appreciate this on this exciting election night that you would call in. And so how's everything going?
How's it going? I am sick and tired of people saying that New Bridge water tastes like rotten pant cashews. I will fight for your right to clean, untainted cold water.
Hold on. What did you just say? You're tired of people saying that the water tastes like
rotten pant cashews.
What is that?
Oh, use your imagination, son. You know what pant cashews are.
I really don't. But I'll use. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir.
You want good, clean water?
Yes.
You want cold water?
Sometimes.
I'm making that a priority for everybody, even those fat cats up there at City Hall.
So you're actually going to, as
we're going to win this thing.
Water commissioner, you're going to.
We're going all the way.
Uh-huh.
Commissioner Delp is going to be out of there.
So you're kind of a new candidate, I guess. I didn't hear a whole lot about you in Newbridge County.
Well, there's a story behind that.
Okay.
My promotional materials didn't arrive until yesterday.
All right, so you're just.
Well, I didn't think anybody would really take a candidate with no buttons or bumper stickers seriously.
Okay, so you looked at that.
Commissioner Delp, he's got millions of dollars worth of materials. I can't afford that.
Millions?
He's a fat cat.
So you're running up against Commissioner Delp, who's
Commissioner Delp says he wants what the public wants. I say he's only interested in Commissioner Delp's pockets.
So Commissioner Delp is the current commissioner, and you're saying that he's only interested in lining his pockets?
Look, you know the stories. You've heard the stories.
I really haven't.
Look, I can't verify this, but I truly think that Commissioner Delp is dumping contaminants into our water.
That's a pretty extreme accusation.
As far as I know, it's true.
Well, where are you getting that from?
Reports.
Reports of?
From people I know.
So you're getting reports that
He's so mobbed up, he thinks he can buy this election?
Uh-huh.
Look, I can't verify this either, but the word on the street is that Commissioner Delp is a racist.
See, again, that I don't know.
You know what our motto is?
What's that?
Let's keep the bigot out of our spigots.
So you're the guy you're running against, who is the incumbent water commissioner.
Claude Delp.
So they're throwing some pretty harsh accusations his way. That he's you said he's actively dumping contaminants.
That's what we think.
And where are you getting that from?
I can't say. That's the problem. It's like having $1 million check I can't cash.
So but you also were accusing him of being a bigot or a racist.
I think that's well documented.
And this is the first I've ever heard of him being a racist.
You've read the Newbridge Gazette.
I'm not in Newbridge County.
You've read it. Don't tell me. Let's talk issues.
Okay, so as water commissioner, what will Brad Summerstant bring to Newbridge?
Well, look, let's take a look at those water samples that I sent you.
You sent me. I didn't get anything
I
from
sent you 2 water samples. One of the old regime's water.
Uh-huh.
One of Summerstant water.
I didn't get anything.
Well, I'll show everybody over the phone, okay? Look, I'm holding up the old regime's water, and it looks like chocolate milk to me. I think there's a bug in there.
You mean the actual water?
From the pipes, from current pipes.
Okay.
That's Delp water.
Uh-huh.
Now, on my other hand, I've got Summerstant water.
Okay.
You know what it looks like?
What does it look like?
Crystal clear, cold glass.
So that's what your
You
water.
can see the vitamins in it.
So I don't know if there are vitamins in.
There will be when I'm elected.
So how is it that you have a sample of your water?
Don't ask me that. I've got one.
Okay. So you've got a
We
sample.
got a great theme song for this campaign.
Uh-huh.
Eddie Money's Bring Me Some Water. You know the song. I'd love to play it for you, but I don't have the cassette right now. My daughter Jenny's trying to find it.
Uh-huh. Where? So I'm sorry if I sound flustered here. I didn't expect this much from a guy who's running for.
Water is our life's blood, son. You know that.
I am aware of that.
Our bodies are made up of, I think it's 99% water.
Now, have you gotten any poll results so far for tonight?
Tonight, election day's tomorrow.
No, tonight. Election day is tonight.
Shut up. Let's talk issues, okay? We need cold, clear water.
Now hold on. What your campaign? What are you? Why did you come on the show then? I thought you were coming on to talk about the
election tomorrow.
Well, I thought you were coming on to talk about the voting, the results tonight.
Voting tomorrow.
Well, it's tonight. It's the polls on Tuesday. The polls are closed. They closed at 8 o'clock.
You're serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Tuesday is election day.
Not tomorrow?
No, it's not tomorrow.
Oh, fudge. This is typical.
A typical...
Why did I open my big mouth this summer?
With what?
My father-in-law is the mayor of Tribridge. We were having a cookout in July. He was going off about being mayor. Everyone was kissing his ass, and I was just getting mad.
Okay.
I got teed off and said I was going to run for an office, too.
Uh-huh. And so then you what, spoke up and said you were going to be commissioner of water?
Well, I worked down at the sewer plant.
Uh-huh.
I thought it would boost my standing at the sewer plant. I thought, we have all that crappy water down there. I thought that maybe I could, I'd know what I was talking about. And then I opened my big mouth and I said I was going to run, and my stupid wife starts prodding me, and my father-in-law, he's going, I'll bet you can't do it. And I was like, I'll show you, old man.
So what?
Those guys at the sewer tunnel are going to laugh me out of the tunnel.
So you're let's just get this straight now.
Boned.
Just to get this straight though, because I'm kind of you what or what were you on the ballot as?
Water commissioner.
No. What party are you are affiliated with? So what?
I don't know. Water.
Well, I mean, no, not water. Like
cold water.
I understand. No, cold water, I think, is what you were campaigning for. But what were you campaigning as? A Democrat or a Republican or?
I don't know. I didn't think it through that far, I guess.
Uh-huh. You did, so you weren't aware of that you have to select a party. Were you on the what were you on the ballot as?
I assume I was. I announced my candidacy.
But did you go through, there's channels you have to go through to register as a voter.
You don't just say you're running and you run?
No, you have to register and then declare yourself a candidate and then go through the proper procedure to get yourself on the ballot.
This isn't live, is it?
Yes, this is live on the radio.
I'm boned. Fudge.
So you were what? You were declaring your candidacy tonight?
I mentioned it a week ago to the guys, and I thought, since the buttons didn't come, I didn't want to make it. I didn't want to say that I was a candidate because I didn't think people would believe me. And then they came, and I was riding this high because the buttons look great. They look really good.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's probably going to seek an annulment now.
Well, an annulment means how long have you been married?
3 years.
So you mean with an annulment, you haven't done?
What is this? The Clarence Thomas hearings? Kicking a guy when he's down?
I'm not trying to kick you when you're down. I'm just trying to
I
get
can
things.
just hear her father now. He calls me a sewer monkey in front of everybody. He and his fat wife. They write on the Christmas cards to us every year. To the sewer monkey. You know what they got me for Christmas last year?
What?
A black satin jacket that says #1 sewer monkey on the back.
So you're
I'm boned.
So basically you went and Brad Summerstant, went and declared this this pretty bold candidacy for water commissioner. You had a lot of vim and vinegar there.
I was livid.
You
That
said,
water.
and now you're kind of. It sounds like you're a little deflated.
I can barely breathe.
So what are you going to do now if?
Well, I'm sure the calls will start coming from my father-in-law any minute. And listen, I'm going on record right now. If he keeps it up, if he gives it to me as hard as I think he's gonna, don't be surprised if I'm on the local news tomorrow for something else.
For
Something much worse than running for water commissioner.
What are you? What are you?
I'm just saying, if he
Speculating.
pushes me,
Then what are you? What are
this
you?
is one #1 sewer monkey that's going to have his revenge.
You're going to have your revenge. But what about your? I mean, isn't your father-in-law? I mean,
He's as mobbed up as Delp.
and he's a mayor.
Yeah,
So how come he didn't help you with any of this?
he hates me.
So he didn't help you with any of this preparation to run and kind of.
I seriously think he was plotting against me.
So the way you're looking at it, this is kind of like a validation of.
Delp's in his back pocket. Always has been. I might just check out tonight.
There's no reason to look at it
I'm
that.
checking out. I'm boned.
I don't know why you would. I mean, this isn't anything. I mean, this is obviously a big setback for you. I mean, it's not the way you wanted things to go, right? But it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world.
You know, it kind of is, though. My name is Mud now in Newbridge.
Well, I mean,
Brown, filthy mud.
what? I don't think. I think you can bounce back from something like this. I mean,
I'm done. I'm cooked. Can you play one song for me, though?
What song would you like to hear?
My favorite song.
What is it?
Send me off into the cold unknown, as cold as the water I would have brought the people of Newbridge.
What song?
The Safety Dance.
I don't think we actually have that here.
Can you cue it up?
I don't have it ready to play.
Oh, jeez. That's just the capper to the evening.
No, I'll see if I can find it. If it means that
How
much.
about Lawyers in Love by Jackson Brown?
We probably don't have that either.
Oh,
But
what? Cashews.
What if you were to just put the buttons away and the bumper stickers away and run
Yeah,
again?
my whole life savings.
Well, how much did
I
it?
put the date on them. I put tomorrow's date on them. Oh,
But why? I don't know what to tell you. I don't think it's the end of the world, though.
If I could just go back in time.
I mean, you know that elections are on Tuesday night, Mr. Summerstein.
I do now. I mean, is that new?
No, it's always been the what is it? Is it the first Tuesday in every
Well, I saw the
November?
stuff on the news tonight. You know, all the networks have the reporting going on. I thought that was like psyching themselves up for tomorrow night. I thought it was like pre-fantasy returns. You know how they have that? Don't they have that?
Well, they have projections, you know, when they do polling, but the things that you were seeing, those were actual returns that would have been coming in.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I mean, it can't be as bad as you think it is.
Wait till my daughter finds out. You know what her first words are going to be?
What?
You're boned. I'm never going to work again. I'm never going again. Play that song for me, please.
I don't think I have it. Can I play another song for you?
We can dance if we want to. We can leave the world behind. And we can dance if we want to. I'm leaving you tonight.
I don't think that's the lyric, that you're leaving us tonight.
I'm leaving you tonight, dear people of Newbridge.
This is, you know, Mr. Summerstand, I think I understand. I mean, setbacks are a part of politics as much as anything else. I mean, look at how many times Nixon got kicked around.
He's dead now.
He's dead now, yes, but he was born a lot earlier than you were.
Nobody ever liked him. Nobody likes me.
He won the presidency twice.
People hated him, though.
I
got
think
kicked out.
I think you have to take this in stride as a.
My aspirations are over. I've got nothing. I'll be lucky if I can get a job at Foot Locker.
I don't think that's true. I mean, your job is.
You don't think I can get a job at Foot Locker?
No, I didn't think that. I think that it's. I'm sure you can get a job at Foot Locker. I'm just saying I think that you should not be so easy to give up like this. I mean, it's obviously it didn't go.
Water's all I know.
So
I'll be a crappy water.
But what is the
Still
next?
water.
When is the next election for?
Well, I guess it's not next Wednesday next year, is it?
It's probably like.
It's a Tuesday, I guess.
You know,
I'll know better next year.
Yeah.
If I'm alive.
I mean, I'm sure it's probably not 1 year, though.
I don't know. How does it work?
Things like that, I guess people hold positions for like 4 years or 6 years.
Water commissioner's 12 years. It's very prestigious. I would have been so sad. So sad.
I'm sorry. This is not the way I thought that this interview was going to go.
This isn't the way this life was supposed to go. Look, I think I hear Jenny's sweet footsteps coming up the the stairs.
Okay, but please promise me you won't do anything
Okay.
anything irrational.
Okay.
Do you promise?
We can dance. We can dance. We can dance. We can dance.
I guess that's in politics. I guess there has to be a winner and a loser. Usually, it's nice to at least be a candidate if you're going to go down like that. Why don't we? The phone number is, as always, 201-200-9368. That was kind of a bummer. But this is the best show on WFMU. My name is Tom Scharpling, here with you until 11. At that point, Small Change comes in and takes over, playing the soundtrack to the presidential election. The email, if you need to get in touch with me, is TOMS, T-O-M-S, at WFMU.org. I guess next week we'll do another unfair record review. If you have any suggestions for something that we should unfairly review on the best show on WFMU, you can always email me, TomS at WFMU.org. 201-200-9368 is the number to call, talk about elections. Why don't we get back to the music in the meantime? Here's something from Elevator on WFMU.
The scenery rides by.
Hey, this is the best show on WFMU. My name's Tom Scharpling. We're going to say goodnight in about 3 minutes. We just heard from the band Beulah, who are vaguely part of that somewhat nauseating Elephant Six collective. We heard Sunday Under Glass, taken from their album When Your Heartstrings Break on the Sugar Free record label. Before that, the Rocketeens from their new album Sweet Bird of Youth. We heard the song Car and Driver. That is on the Merge record label. Mark Robinson checking in before that, giving us something from his exciting new album called Banana. We heard Putting Up Good Numbers. And Skywave, something recorded live at WFMU, the band Skywave, back in August. Got That Feeling. That was on Scott's show. And Scott does one of the more entertaining music shows on the station, from what I hear. I've never heard it myself. So give him a listen. I think he's on Fridays from something to something else. I don't know, 3 to 6, I think. And starting us off, Elevator, A Taste of Complete Perspective is the name of the record. My Library in the Weeds, the song. Hey, I want to thank my guests for checking in. We had potential water commissioner for New Bridge County, Bradley Summerstant, checking in. Hopefully he'll be all right. And Alan Lieberman, Joe Lieberman's son, potential son of the VP, for calling in. I appreciate both of those. The email, as always, TOMS, T-O-M-S, at WFMU.org. You can get in touch with me that way. We will be back next week, 9 to 11, as we are here every Tuesday night. The best show on WFMU. Please stay tuned for Small Change. He will be coming up within 1 minute. And, I had something else to say. Oh, that's right. You're listening to WFMU East Orange, WXHD Mount Hope, worldwide on the internet at WFMU.org. And I want to say goodnight, and, I'll say goodnight, but my announcer will say goodnight even better than I can. Thank you.
This concludes the best show on WFMU. We'll be back next week. Thanks for listening.